Hey gang, welcome back. Okay, here we go. This is the episode that everyone's been waiting on and dreading. Right? We're gonna do Worlds of Hurt and we're gonna do the speed run. Okay, this is difficult. There is absolutely no question about it. We're gonna do it on medium. I'm not gonna try to prove my prowess by doing it on anything more difficult than that. The one saving grace about Worlds of Hurt is that you can save the game, and so in order to get this done in the 15-minute time limit, I'm gonna have certain goals, and it'll probably take me multiple attempts to hit that goal. For example, the first room we're gonna do, which is a single splicer, we need to have done within 30 seconds. And what I mean by that is we need to hit the teleporter back out of the room just after getting the gift from the little sister, by the time the clock hits 30 seconds. There's a good deal to do, and there's basically a checklist of things I need to get done in that 30 seconds. So we gotta move. It may take me a few tries, but once you get the time that you want, you can then save the game, and so that room's done, and you don't have to go worry about going back and doing that, and you can load from that point. So that's what makes this at least a little bit easier. You don't have to do it all in one go. Okay, I'm probably not going to talk very much during this, except when we're at the machines, because I'm going to be concentrating on what I need to get done. So, yeah. So let's get to it. The wrench, we don't want the... Shotgun damage, and out. How we doing? 30 seconds. Very nice. That was pretty good. Okay, that wasn't bad. We'll go ahead and save that. Once we get the items that we want. What I want here is some film and buckshot. Oh, I don't quite have enough for this other buckshot. Oh, bummer. That's alright, that should be okay. Alright, so we'll go ahead and save. That one we'll keep. That wasn't bad. It only took me 2 tries to get the time that I wanted. Okay. For this guy, we want to get a picture of the Big Daddy. So as to get the increased damage. That should just take one shot. Okay, very good, very good. Search this guy, do the shotgun rate of fire. I'm going to switch over to this. Come on, dude. I need you in here. Okay, very good, guys. That's great. 125 is actually a very excellent score. I wanted to be done with that room by 130. So, perfect. Let's run over here real quick. Shh, quiet. Okay. Couple of Eve hypos we're going to need, and another thing of film. That almost should be enough film for the rest of the game. We'll see. It could be. Definitely some buck, and then I'll get some frag grenades, and that should be good for that. Okay, here we go. The next one we're going to do is the security bots. So for that we're going to need security bullseye for sure. Which is where? Right here. Okay, I don't need to see the thing. Then Electrobolt 3, I think, is another one that we won't. Where is it? There it is. And Wrench Jockey. Wrench Jockey for sure. Here. Okay, I think we're good for the next level. Okay, gang. Security bots next. Save here. Okay, grab that. Let's load the shotgun. So we will need the shotgun. We need security bots, bring up the camera. Take a picture of you. Okay, so, yeah, so we'll do that. That should get us increased damage on the bots. We'll do this. I think I want grenade launcher damage increase. Get the camera up. Okay, we need to get enough pictures of this guy to get the next level. Which hopefully we can get. Because that'll give us Wrench Lurker. There you go. So, Wrench Jockey 2, I'm sorry. So, we're going to add it to this one because these stack together so we can get even more wrench damage. Alright, where's my guys? There they are. Go hit him. Take him out. Go get my reward. Okay, that was excellent, guys. Very excellent. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple of first aid and a couple of Eve hypos. And then some buckshot here. And then here we're gonna get Eve Saver. And I'm going to get Eve Link as well. Okay, very good. Alright, we're going to go do Security Turret Maze next. Yeah. Okay. Which is this one. So I'm going to save the game here. Come on. Okay, that's pretty good. 325 is good. So I'll tell you what, we're going to save here. Because that's actually pretty good. Okay, Big Daddy. How we doing? Upgrade machine, grenade launcher. Come on, Big Daddy, Big Daddy, Big Daddy. Where's the Big Daddy? Whew.
Angel.
Actually, that was pretty good. We're gonna save that. Oh man. Okay. How much money do we have? Not nearly enough. Let's grab... Let's see. A couple of bucks.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Oh boy. Because we need film, I think. Well, we got 18 film. Maybe we don't need film. At least not for now. I'm gonna need an Eve hypo. And probably a first aid kit. Seems good. Seems good. Okay. Save that. Okay, guys, we're going to do all kinds of enemies next, which is this one.
Standard, even in troubled times.
It's that spider splicer.
Shineth even down here in the murk.
Okay, that was actually pretty good. Save that. I'll take it. Okay, enrage. And E-Hypos.
Back when you get some money, buddy.
Can't see, dude. One more. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Alright, that's not bad, I guess.
It's gone, Mr. B.
I'll take it.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Okay, guys. So for this next one, what I'm going to get here is a couple of E-Hypos, and basically the rest into first aid kits. Okay, forgive me, I have to take a second here. Okay, so for this next one, this one is I don't know, arguably the hardest one in the game. You can argue between this one and the Big Daddy one, which is coming up after this one. One of the kind of the pains about this next one coming up is it involves quite a bit of luck. There's really no way to control how fast the Houdini Splicers are going to come down to you. So really, you just have to keep doing it until you get the time that you want. But there's basically two parts. One is to get to the bottom of the thing as fast as you can, and that takes a little bit of skill. And it's easy to mess up. Believe me, I can do it about 50% of the time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run in there, and we're going to make our way to the bottom as fast as we can. And if we get a time that I like, I'll save it at the bottom, because that'll be like one half of it done. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going. Are we ready for this? Whew, I'm not ready for it. I probably won't be doing a whole lot of commentary on this because it takes a lot of concentration. So, all right, here we go. Maybe the Splicer, or the Houdini, yeah, the Houdini Splicer room. Now, if you're lucky, this girl will have a first aid kit on her. Oh, she didn't. Oh well. Okay, so from here we run down to here. No, sorry, we run down to here. Catch this edge. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's save that, I think. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take it.
Everything's safe now, Mr. B.
Man.
Welcome to the circus.
Oh, man. Okay, guys, there you go. Oh, boy. What do we got here? Alright, for the last one, gang, we need probably maybe just one more Eve Hypo, a couple of first aid kits. God, we don't have nearly enough frag grenades. We'll get some frag grenades. Some buckshot. Some exploding buck. And maybe a trap bolt. We'll use the UN vent here for this one. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm gonna save the game here. Okay, you've got about a minute and a half to do this, so not a whole lot of time. I hit the wrong one. Are they beating on each other? And there you go. We're in pretty good shape. That's pretty good.
Jelly.
That's good, guys. That's good. I'll take it. We're on the last section. So I'm going to set off the little sister.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Pick up some Eve Hypos.
Kill your cravings at the circus of value.
I'm sorry.
Come on, you guys are taking way too long. Dude, what the How's the time? How's the time? How's the time? Where's my time? Come on, 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 come on.
Thank you, Mr. B.
We did it. Yay. There you go, guys. There's Worlds of Hurt done in 15 minutes or less. So there you go. Yes, please. Okay, gang. Very good. Whew, man, that was intense. Okay. Let's go to the. We're done with that. Let's go to the museum. Now, I should say, guys, let's just quickly look back here. I didn't get every single trophy that's associated with these, but the rest of them, you guys can get on your own if you want to look them up or look at the trophy and see how to do it. There's no time limit on them, so it's just a matter of really practicing and doing what you want to do. There's nothing tricky about them. It's just a matter of doing them. So I'll let you guys do those on your own. I think there's a couple more, not even that many. I think Worlds of Hurt, if I remember right, is to do it on medium or higher, just using the wrench or something, which seems incredibly difficult and a little bit overkill. I'm not gonna try it. So let's go to the museum. Okay. I don't know if I want to read these or not. Welcome to the Museum of Orphan Concepts, a guided tour of ideas that irrational games discarded or reworked heavily during the making of the original Bioshock. Okay. So here we go. This takes about like 10 minutes or so to go through. It's not that big. So up here, the Hanging Sea Life. Not as much a cut concept as an Easter egg for observant museum visitors. These sea creatures can be seen swimming past the player's view during the bathysphere ride, down to Rapture in Bioshock's opening sequence. So they're kind of hanging all the way down the thing. So here we got some Big Daddies. Slow Profum, Irrational's internal name for this prototype Big Daddy variant, who mauled players with an enormous hook and fired iron bearings from a barrel. Stood for Slow Projectile Fucked Up Melee. He survived long enough to become a fully functional AI, but the team eventually cut him to focus on polishing the other Big Daddy types. This model later appeared in Bioshock 2 as the Brumbler, throwing miniature turrets instead of cannonballs. So there you go. And then you got this guy. Early Bouncer. This original model for the bouncer type of Big Daddy featured flat-headed drill at the end of each arm. The Big Daddies were envisioned as the builders of Rapture, with weapons modified from tools they would have used in its construction. When the Gatherers were reimagined as little sisters, one of the bouncer's drills was changed to a gloved hand so the two characters could interact with each other. So there you go. You guys can look at the pictures back here. Concept art. Okay, let's go check the other side. What was that? I guess it's this thing. So there's the picture. Exhibit, Forest Concept Art. Irrational's artist tried to envision how an underwater city would actually function in this early conceptual work of Rapture. One idea imagined a thick forest for the purpose of oxygen exchange, seen here with the observation catwalk running around the edge. The concept of using trees for oxygen exchange made it into the final game in the Arcadia level. Okay. The slugs. So you can check these guys out. The Gatherer. It may be hard to imagine that this creature, whose job it was to reclaim Adam from corpses around Rapture, was the earliest iteration of the idea behind the Little Sister. Since the Gatherer generated absolutely no sympathy from players, the team experimented with concepts for featuring a number of animals, including the infamous dog in a wheelchair, and later a grotesque miniature humanoid. Finally, the concept sketch of a deformed child inspired the eureka moment responsible for the Little Sisters. So yeah, there you go. Alright, that's for that section. Ooh. Ranged aggressor. Exhibit Stitchy. The first splicer that Irrational created for Bioshock, Stitchy was used in many early concept demos and was fully functional in-game with kinematics, hit reactions, and voiceover. It took us that long to realize he wasn't a good model, said lead artist Sean Robertson. This is probably the worst abortion that Irrational has ever made. Yep. He's kind of grotesque, isn't he? Exhibit Early Splicer Concept Art. These are some of the first concept sketches to show Bioshock's enemies moving in a more human-like direction. Artists coupled that approach with the idea that Adam deformed the body in a way that related to its intended function. For instance, a giant grotesque arm in a melee enemy. This dude. It's the same text. It's just pictures. Okay, here we got this guy. See some of his pictures. Excuse me, dude. Pre-Yam Hand. Before solidifying the fiction around Adam, Irrational experimented with the idea of it being an external injected substance. Here you can see us playing around with the Adam being mechanically injected, said lead artist Sean Robertson. So this splicer's got vials of it on his belt. This model was created but never made it into the game in any form. So yeah, he's got the vials. Very cool. Okay, that's it for that side. Okay, exhibit Early Splicer Concept Art. Moving from grotesque to human was a slow process. While early concepts saw the melee enemies grew monstrous arms, the team had trouble conveying how someone who had spliced to become a marksman would appear. Rifleman. That looks like a Big Daddy. Early Big Daddy concept art. These are the early concepts for the Rosie type of Big Daddy, who, like the Bouncer, was envisioned as a construction worker who had been repurposed as a protector for the Gatherers. And that's the same text. So there's those guys. Let's go check out over here. Exhibit Protector concept art. The Big Daddies, originally called Protectors, were envisioned as desuited construction workers retasked with the defense of Adam Gatherers. They used construction tools or improvised weapons that looked like they had been found on the seafloor. From left to right are early concepts for the melee, ranged, and slow projectile protectors. So there you go. It's probably, I think it's the same text across. All right. Let's see. Let's go over here. There's a spider splicer. Exhibit Hooker. Created around the same time as Stitchy and the Grenadier, this splicer was dubbed the Hooker because of her weapon of choice. This concept evolved into the Spider Splicer when it was decided the Splicer's models could fill any behavior role, and the Hooker model later became the Baby Jane Splicer. Okay. Neptune's Bounty concept art. This area appears in Neptune's Bounty level of Bioshock, but the bodies floating in the ocean were cut late in development when their cast shadows proved too distracting from the action in the room. You can see the bodies in the windows. Early environmental study. The location depicted here was built for the vision demo of Bioshock, a small level demonstrating several of the key elements of the game, such as the Big Daddies and Gatherers. So yeah, very cool. And this guy, oof, look at him. Grenadier Splicer. This gray elephantine splicer was an early Grenadier from the same period of development as Stitchy and Hooker. He was a guy who spliced to carry around giant grenades and throw them at you, said lead artist Sean Robertson. The model was built and textured but never animated. So very cool. Okay, that's that bottom section. Just one last section to go. Exhibit Big Daddy concept art. This is an early conception depicting a Big Daddy bursting through a wall, which inspired the audio log in the Big Daddy training grounds area about a rogue Big Daddy. the player then encountered him at the end of the level. Very cool. Exhibit Sub-Bay concept art. This is a concept sketch depicting what would later become Submarine Bay, an area which housed an important scene for Atlas. Okay. Look at this guy. Missing link model. This character is essentially the missing link between the grotesque early designs and the human splicers that appeared in Bioshock. This is the last bad model we did before moving on to what actually went into the shipping game, said lead artist Sean Robertson. After playing with him for a while, we just said, why don't we just use humans instead? I always thought of these as Scooby-Doo monsters because they were too inhuman to invoke empathy. I mean, you know, he looks fine. I don't know. He pretty much looks human except for the big scar. Oh, here's the very early Big Daddy. You can see he's got a slug. Early Big Daddy concept art. This was the fourth protector concept, originally created with an organic slug attached to it. The model was started but never completed as the team narrowed their focus to 3 and finally just 2 Big Daddy types. I still like this as a protector, said artist Rob Waters. We started modeling and I really pushed to get it in, even as just a static model on the floor, but it never made it. Early creature concept. These were some of the earliest pieces done for Bioshock from back when the Irrational was still working on SWAT 4. The only concrete ideas at that point were an undersea city and biological experimentation, so early concepts focused on those themes. That's just weird. This dude. It's the same text. Oh, look at this guy. That's pretty cool. What is sticking out of his chest? Okay, what do we got here? Yamhand model. This character, derisively called Yamhand around Irrational Games, was the poster child of the conceptual phase that preceded the decision to go with human enemies. I'd point out the drawings behind the model, said lead artist Sean Robertson. You can see the top one we got built, but the other two informed the design as well. As we trended more towards humanoids, the Scooby monsters got goofier and less scary. So yeah. Alright. This was the first image that really captured all the visual elements that made Bioshock. A large view of the ocean, aquatic lighting scene, and the elegant Art Deco design elements. Without this image, Bioshock would have been a radically different beast. So there you go. And there's this. This early concept for Sander Cohen's Fleet Hall was created after the level building had begun, when the designers found they were having difficulty conceptualizing the theater space. It was one of the earliest spaces built for Bioshock, and many of the assets used in this museum come from that area. So there you go, very cool. Okay, that's the museum, guys. Other than, you know, you can look up here and check out the sea life, which we kind of walked right by. But, yeah. Very good. Okay, gang. Well, that's the end of this episode, and that is also the end of the series. I hope you enjoyed the series. I certainly did. This is a classic series. I mean, if you have never played Bioshock, you need to play it. Or, you know, if you feel like watching my playthrough was enough, but it's really one of the very classic games that really defined the genre, I think. It took the first-person shooter and really added to it. So yeah, very good. So next week we will start in with Bioshock 2, the sequel. Yeah, should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, gang. So I will see you guys in that one. Thanks a lot.